So incredible. How are you feeling today?
Oh, so good.
So good. Why do you feel good?
There's very little homework.
So are you in school?
Yeah, I am. I have one piece that I have to work on.
What are you studying in school?
Art.
Art. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. And so how long have you been in school?
So I just went back. This is my first semester back in like 15 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's do our little social media. All right. So 15 years.
I think.
Jeez, man.
like-
That's a lot of school.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
I did it. Then I went and did work, and then I was like, no, I should have done art in the first place. So I'll just be the lady that's 20 years older than everybody.
Hey, man, I actually really love school. I love school. Loved being in school. I went to school out in New York, and it's just there's like a camaraderie. Well, I don't know if it's the same with COVID-19.
There is, but it's more so now that I'm like 37 and they're all 18, 19. It feels more like I'm their mom.
Yeah. You also probably don't care about the same things like,
No.
social acceptance and stuff like that. So you're just kind of like, you're yourself.
It's
So you're probably the
super
cool
fun.
chick. Yeah.
I
love that. Where are you from originally?
Well, I was born in Lubbock, Texas.
Okay.
Nobody knows it unless they've been there.
I've heard of Lubbock, Texas.
Okay.
But I think it was one of those jokes where like, no one's going to know
Yes.
Lubbock, Texas.
There's
so tell me
a
about
song that I know the lyric. It could also be the name of the song is Happiness is Lubbock, Texas in your rear view mirror.
Oh,
So.
goodness. Oh, no. And that's where Gypsy's from. Wow. Okay. So when did you leave Lubbock, Texas?
I don't know. I was a kid, so I feel like I'm more from Phoenix.
Yeah.
Because I grew up here, but I definitely lived there. And then
That's
I
awesome.
left when I was 18, traveled the country with the Renaissance Fair like a carny.
The Renaissance Fair.
Yeah.
What did you do in that? So Gypsy and I we kind of go back.
Yeah, we do.
But now I'm like relearning Gypsy. I'm getting a new friendship out of it. This is amazing.
Yeah.
So, okay, tell me about that.
So it's the Renaissance Fair.
Yeah.
If anybody doesn't know what the Renaissance Fair is, it's like a reenactment. Not really. It's more like a fun amusement park
Yeah.
that is themed Renaissance. There's shows, there's food, there's rides, there's stuff to buy. I still work at the one out here.
Okay.
This will be my 21st season if COVID doesn't kill it.
Hey, it is 2020. Things have been taken away. And we're going
We
to
don't
talk
open
about
until
that.
February, so hopefully, I don't know. But I work at the Joust at that one. But I've also ran the souvenir shops, been in stage shows, sold pottery, sold clothing, sold coffee, sold whatever.
You're kind of a Renaissance woman.
I'm a Renaissance woman of the Renaissance Fair.
That is amazing. I seem to have lost. I have all Steve's notes. So that's
I
quite
know.
amazing. It's all good. We're going to do it live.
Cool.
I wrote the notes, so I know all about them.
You know what's in there.
So now, Lubbock, Texas, you've been out here, you're a Phoenician. And so what do you do
So
besides school?
that is a weird question because up until COVID shut everything down, I was a professional tattooer.
Okay. Okay.
And then, of course, we got closed and we couldn't do it. And I was wanting to switch shops when that happened.
Okay.
The shop I wanted to apply is not hiring until COVID sort of goes away.
Yeah.
So I've only been doing art.
Okay. Well, I mean, but that's kind of what you're going to school for. That is what you're going to school
but
for.
I thought
so
I was going to like slowly ease into it.
That's that
and then-
COVID-19 for you.
Yeah, it was no.
It's like, nope, you're going to do this and you're going to do it now.
Yes.
So, that's amazing. So how's that been going?
It's cool. I'm still in the point where whenever someone buys something from me, I'm like, oh, and I like call my mom and
That's
I'm like,
amazing.
somebody bought my thing, which is so dumb. But it's also weird because like I was saying before we started, there'll be times where nobody's buying anything and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to get like evicted. I'm going to die. My dogs are going to starve. And then it's like always then some random person finds my website and buys a bunch of art.
That's amazing. And so we're going to talk about your website in just a little bit because that's awesome. So you're doing art full time now.
I am, and it's scary.
It's scary, but it's manageable, right? Like you are.
It is. I'm doing it.
You're trucking.
I don't know how,
trucking,
but
yeah.
I'm doing it.
I think that's very true for anybody who gets out there and just puts themselves out there and starts a business. Is that you're gonna find a way. it's going to happen for you. So I'm really excited for you.
Thank you.
I got to check out your art. So I'm going to ask you to kind of give yourself an elevator pitch and shout out everything you're going to do at the end of the episode here. Right. So let's talk about, so you live in Phoenix. Whereabouts in Phoenix do you live?
Smack dab in downtown Phoenix.
All right. And you own a home there?
I do. I bought a house in 2011? Yeah.
Wow. Congratulations on that.
Oh, it was so cheap back then.
Yeah. So
I was like, why would you not?
My husband and I bought a house in Coronado and we slid right in. I mean, everything now is just like out of control. So, so you live right downtown and you made the switch to go into solar. So let's talk about that.
So it's actually really funny. I've always thought that solar was cool. The more that it started going up, I think maybe like a year or so ago, I started noticing solar everywhere.
Yeah.
And I started like going on these rants at the bar at Lost Leaf. I don't understand why everyone doesn't have solar. It's the Valley of the Sun.
So you started drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
You were just like into it. Yeah. And you didn't even have solar on your...
I didn't.
Wow.
And I wasn't sure, like, I knew there were lots of people doing it, but I wasn't sure if people were just trying to cash in on the whole, like, tax credit thing. Was I going to get screwed? Blah, blah, blah. And then one night I was on my, like, on my little box about everybody should have solar. There's the Valley of the Sun. And Evan and his wife were there and we had just met, like we were acquaintances. We weren't even friends. And someone goes, oh, Evan does solar. And I was like, wait, what?
Let's get it done.
Yeah.
That's so amazing. I've done many episodes with them, and that's just kind of the guys they are. Like that's who Evan is. He's very friendly, very out there and talking to people. So that does not surprise me at all.
It wasn't even him though. Like he was trying to not be like pushing his company on people. He was just trying to chill, and I was like, no, please
tell me more.
Push your solar onto me, sir.
Push your solar onto me, sir.
I want all of it.
That's okay. That's amazing. Okay, so he pushed his solar on you, and so talk to me about the process. So you know what happened next?
So we exchanged numbers. He checked out my average usage.
Yeah,
of course, APS will show you. You too can look at your average usage on your account.
All right. Why is it important to look at the average usage? Like, what does that? What did that tell you?
So essentially, what he did is he figured out how much he could put on my house. Basically, how much my house could make.
Yeah.
Energy wise. And then how much I was using to see if what you guys could put on my house would fulfill my needs.
Wow.
And it did and more.
Wow.
So I overproduce in my little 900 square foot house.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I overproduce. So APS pays me.
Hello. So how long have you had the panels on your house?
Exactly a year. We turned it on October last year.
Hey man, so we made it to a year. I want to get all into that. So real quickly, though, I want to take back and just take some time to talk about the complete process of that. So how long did it take to get the from your talk to Evan to getting the panels on your house to, saving some money? How long was that process?
I think only a month, maybe two. Wow. I know you guys had to like do permits and then you had to install the stuff and then APS had to come out and inspect it. But it was quick.
Wow. So quick turnaround.
Yeah.
And was there any like hiccups or anything or, any like what concerns did you have going into it?
I mean, like I said before, the reason I hadn't done solar yet is because I was wondering if people were using it for, not really giving what they were offering and am I going to get screwed? But the fact that I knew Evan and a bunch of people I know knew Evan was like, oh, well, he's a homie. He's not going to screw me over.
Evan is
I know where to find him.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I know where you live, my friend.
I will find you.
That's super cool. So quick and easy, about a month's time turnaround. And then you started saving money right off the bat? Or how did that?
I started getting negative bills from APS because I guess they do the payout once a year.
Yeah.
So I just get bills that are negative.
So you're not paying for any electricity?
No, I'm not paying for any electricity.
Wow.
Zero. And
that's been the way. That's
how it's been this whole time. Yeah.
Wow. So you're only getting paid to produce power.
Right. And it was pretty hot this year.
Yeah.
Way hotter than normal. I did use, and it's pandemic time.
Yeah.
So I did use more energy than I ever have before. But because I was having, that deficit that was like constantly adding up every month, it just sort of came out of that and it was a wash.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I love it.
That's one of the biggest success stories that we've had, actually.
Really?
I mean, yeah, totally. You haven't paid an electric bill for a year.
Yeah.
And you're going to get some money back off that.
Yeah.
That's huge.
And a lot of my friends are like, oh, well, I don't have 40 or 50 grand to buy panels. And I'm like, I do not either.
Yeah. So tell me about that. Like, so what did that look like?
So I lease them and it's about $80 a month for the lease. But that's way cheaper than my my energy bill ever
I'll
was.
take an $80 energy bill.
Yeah.
I mean, if I can get free power.
So that's what I tell my friends. I'm essentially paying for the next, 25 years?
Sure.
$80 a month for power. Well, y'all keep getting rate increases and paying more and more and more and more and more.
So I think you're the first person that we've had on that's actually leased the panels. So I really want to talk about that. Like, what made you go with leasing over buying it?
Because I don't want to be on the hook for the maintenance. Like, if there's a problem, y'all are going to deal with it.
I see. So if you buy them flat out, you have to take care of the panels.
And your roof.
You lease it.
And your equipment.
Wow.
If you lease it, you just get the
more
energy.
you know. The more you know. That's
and you don't
amazing.
have to have tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, you can have $80 a month, people. $80 a month.
Yeah, I got $80 a month.
That's as cheap as a nice pair of Payless shoes. Brought it on around.
Excuse me, I think it's Pele shoes.
It's Payless. That's amazing. Okay, cool. That's super cool. So leasing was the right option for you.
Yes.
And you love leasing it. So now what happens at the end of you said, so you're leasing it for 22 years?
I think it's 20 or 25. I didn't reread my contract. I'm so sorry.
And you own the home, so it's not like you're going anywhere.
No.
Right? And even if you were to move out and lease it out, you could still tap that right into the lease.
Well, I could just sell it to a potential renter as you don't have to pay electricity, and then roll it into their rent. And
there you go.
Who wants to pay electricity?
Hey man, that's a utility paid for.
Yes.
I'm in love with that idea. Yes. That's amazing. Okay, cool. Leasing was the right way to go. I think that actually offers some peace of mind for me, actually. So that's super cool. Any so I was one of the questions I wanted to ask you, was there any surprises that came up that you were like, wow, that's interesting, or good or bad? But I would think it'd be the not paying for electricity.
Yeah, the only surprise I had is when I got my first bill, and I was like, why are they billing me? But then I opened it and it was negative, and I was like, oh, okay. I guess they do have to provide me with a statement of my usage. I thought that they were trying to charge me, and I was
then you're like, this is it. Yeah, this is that trick they were trying to pull.
Yeah, no, but it was just.
That's amazing.
But no,
why are they billing me?
I haven't had any surprises. I'm trying to think. I don't know.
Yeah.
No surprises.
That's amazing.
The sun just goes into my panels and into my electronics.
That's the way love goes, if you ask me. I mean, you get free electricity.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's super cool. So, why would you tell anybody out there to make the switch to solar if people are still thinking about it?
Because it's ridiculous to pay for what's the word I'm looking for? It is ridiculous to pay for the way we do electricity now. It's bad for the earth. We're running out. What are we running on? Nuclear. I guess some people have coal or fossil fuel run plants, the stuff's running out. I don't know. I think there was.
Ridiculous. I'm not gonna get political or say any names or anything, but I think there was somebody who's trying to bring back coal as a energy source. Which
considering there's no more anthracite coal left, it hasn't been since the 60s.
I mean, coal's a pretty. Idea. That's pretty out there.
Yeah, it's done. It's done. But no, it's. Everything evolves. You don't go, no, I don't want the new iPhone because I really love my BlackBerry. So why would you not want? It's free energy. Yeah. It's literally, who told me this? My house is running on a nuclear reactor that's 93 million miles away, and it does it all wirelessly, and I don't pay for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, if that's not a reason to get solar today, go ahead and get some solar today. Why should people choose solar?
I mean, I guess I chose it because I knew you guys. And I knew I wasn't going to get screwed over. So I could tell you right now, nobody's getting screwed over.
Hello.
Because I'm sure there are people out there leveraging the whole renewable energy thing just to make money, and they're not taking care of you, and they're not really in it for the consumer. But that's why I went with, I didn't know Evan well, but I knew I could come find him if this didn't work. And now I do know him well, so that's cool.
Evan and Andy are the great guys. They started this company. Really just to connect people and to educate people about solar. Mm-hmm. It seems like you are another satisfied client who they've done that for. And you're here to tell the world to get some solar today.
Get some solar. It's the Valley of the Sun.
From Cheetah Solar. Tell us about your art.
Tell you about what?
Tell us about your art. Where can they find you?
Oh, my art. Yeah, I am mostly, I guess, a portrait artist, but I've very much been breaking out and trying all sorts of new crazy stuff. Yeah. Paint, wood burning, I don't know, whatever they tell me to do in school. I have a website. I don't get to pick anymore.
So you're doing homework is what you're doing.
Well, no, I'm still making art, but it's cool that I don't have to come up with something to make, I guess. But I do have a website. It's www.gypsy, gypsymariaart.com. So that's GYPSYMARJAART. gypsymariaart.com.
And we're going to have it in the bio of this,
yeah,
of this
so
episode
you'll never
as well.
remember that.
You'll be able to click on it. Don't worry. You don't have to just spell it out.
It's too much.
You have to rewind this several times and listen to it.
Right.
All right, Gypsy, this has been a wonderful interview. That's all I got for you today.
Oh, right.
Thank you so much for coming out. Thank you for being in the studio. My name's Kelvin.
I'm Gypsy. I have a magic house.
Heyo. That's why everyone did talk. Why don't you talk about the magic? That's about
my
the
magic house.
What does that even mean?
Because it's like magic. The energy just comes out of the air and into my house.
That's amazing, guys. Thank you for tuning in to the Run with the Sun podcast. Until next time.
Hey everyone, this is Andy Hansen. We really appreciate you taking the time to listen. Be sure to subscribe to the Run with the Sun podcast. You can find us on Apple, Google Play, and Spotify. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to hear all of the latest content. Be sure to check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and lastly, go to our website, cheetahsolar.co, so you can subscribe to our monthly newsletter for all things solar. Thanks again for listening.